In this video, we are fishing beautiful San Diego for spotted bay bass using slow pitch jigs.
Spotty on the slow pitch jig para all day.
When most of us hear the word jig, we usually think of the fishing technique where a metal lure is fished by popping the bait up and down to attract fish. The slow pitch jig is a version of that, but because of its design, the jig falls horizontally, almost looking like a falling feather. This motion is supposed to mimic a dying bait fish. While still relatively unknown to many anglers, this technique is gaining in popularity, and there are now several slow pitch jig options on the market. In this video, I am using Major Craft's Jig Para vertical slow pitch jig. The slow pitch jig is center balanced, which forces the lure to fall on its side, slowly fluttering through the water column. Since the jig is doing its dance all the way down, there's ample opportunity to catch all sorts of upper and mid column fish like mackerel and other bait fish, as long as you drop it over or near their school.
I don't know what the heck this is, but man, it is pulling hard. What is that? Is that a halibut? Whoa, what is that? What is that, like a perch or something? Man, it fought hard though. That was a fun fight just now, my friend. All right, I'm not really sure what kind of fish this is, but man, it put up a good fight. It put up a really good fight.
The way the slow pitch was designed, there are two very sharp assist hooks in the front of the lure and one very sharp hook on the back, offering multiple chances that the fish will be hooked.
A little bit. Oh, look at that little cutie.
Based on my experience and from everyone I have talked to, a bait caster reel works better than a spinning reel for most slow pitch jigging. As for the rod, I use a medium light rod. The goal is more flexibility in the tip to allow me to feel the vibrations from the jig.
Man, that slow pitch jig para is amazing. I am loving this. This is so much fun.
So what's the secret to slow pitch jigging? Then you with. Seriously though, this lure works great when the line flows straight down freely off the spool. By doing this, the jig is able to sink the way it is designed. Overall, we want the jig to flutter unencumbered when dropping. When the jig hits the bottom, reel in any slack, pull up on the rod, and let it flutter back down. Do this a few times, then retrieve it. It's that simple, and hopefully there's a fish hooked to your lure.
Spotty on the slow pitch. Woohoo! Thank you, little guy.
Slow pitch jigs come in many different colors and sizes. While the weight of the jig compared to the depth of the water is not an exact science, it is a good idea to do the following. Think to yourself, if it's 15 feet of water, use a 15-gram jig. If you're fishing in 20 feet of water, use a 20-gram jig. 30 feet of water, use a 30-gram jig. So on and so on and so on. One final piece of advice, use this jig in tandem with a fish finder for great success. If you drop a slow pitch jig over a school of fish or a big blob that's supposed to be a fish, your odds of catching that fish are pretty good.
Another one on the jig para. Okay, here we go. Another spotty. Woo!
Furthermore, I've been trying to add sauce to the parts of the jig that are made out of fabric, like the rope that holds the hooks, and even the braid itself. I've been putting a little bit of sauce on there to add a little extra scent. And it seems to be adding to what the slow pitch is already doing to attract fish. If you'd like to learn more about slow pitch jigs, my buddy Muto over at Submission Fishing has some great videos on his channel on this very topic, and I strongly suggest you check them out. I put a link to his channel on the screen and in the description. When you go there, tell him that Zach Riggs sent you. Using these techniques has brought me great success, and I hope it does the same for you. With all that said, that's all I have for you for today. Thanks for watching. Good luck and catch some fish. Bye.
We're on another one. Another spotty. Yeah, baby. Bye. See you later, baby. There she goes. Oh my gosh. Another one on the slow pitch jig para. You gotta be kidding me. This is amazing. Dun, dun, dun. We're catching fish. Dun, dun, dun. We're catching fish. Probably not gonna use this, but we're still catching fish. Bloop. Later, dude. Gotta keep your hands clean. All right, another on the jig para. I'm telling you, this is amazing. I'm loving it. Woo! Later, little guy. Oh my goodness, this is the biggest one so far. 13.25, almost legal. Not quite, but that's okay. Good times on the jig para today. Dang.